muted at the beginning of streams?
I usually do.
I think it's because of the
everyone's
ears.
safety.
I think it's because of the ear thing?
Everybody's
It could be because of the poop thing.
Oh, I don't remember any poop
Hello,
things.
Internet. Hi, good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Action Shade Committee. I am your humble, ever-stressed GM, Curtis, joined here by my three lovely friends, Rachel, Chris, and Josh. Hi, guys.
Don't call us lovely.
Yeah, I will.
We're mediocre at best.
No. I get to. I'm in charge here.
I second Josh's motion.
You were merely adopted by the darkness.
I was really
I
hoping
was
that would be
born
like
in
a
it.
nice thing, like you were adopted by generosity. I don't know. It's weird. We're off to a slightly wonky start, and we're going to have a slightly wonky finish. We're going to power through till about 9 o'clock, and with no break, but we're having a slightly shorter episode today, just because of life happening to us all the way around. So, without further ado, Chris, I know you had a bunch of ado on order, but we don't need it right now.
What?
Let's
Who on
begin.
order?
No further ado. I know Chris wanted to bring in
Ado?
more ado. Never mind. That joke
I
didn't
heard
work.
you had some honeydew on order, and I'm sorry.
More ado.
Josh, you're really food motivated today. Josh is our golden retriever.
I was hungry.
Is this like a pumping juzzle situation where you just spoonerized the word and I'm really confused by it?
No.
Instead of a jumping puzzle, it was pumping juzzle, and I went through like the entire raid of Vault of Glass, and I was getting like really aggravated with my fire team. I'm like, guys, what the hell is a pumping juzzle? Why don't I know what it is? And they're like, Chris, it's just a jumping puzzle. We just switched the first two letters of the words.
that had you for a minute.
It did for like 45 minutes.
Can I do the recap now, Mr. Jumping Puzzle?
Mm-hmm.
The hard part about D&D is it's really hard to do a good jumping puzzle in it.
True.
But when last we left off, y'all played around a little bit with this. A lot of it was spent chatting with Adelaide and figuring out the next few steps of your adventure. You've recently come into possession of an object called the Onyx Quill. That is the name that it kind of presented to you. Which Adelaide, your tiny doll, extra-dimensional being who's trapped inside a tiny stuffed doll of Ronan, identified as belonging to her father. One of the primal forces of creation decided it has just left his quill hanging around, and Adelaide's like, why do you have that? I believe Thalia is carrying it at present. Is it inside of its box that kept it concealed? I believe it's safely locked away.
Wasn't this just some shitty, almost not functioning wooden box? That doesn't sound safe.
It was like a black box inside a shitty wooden box.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of
wooden-
the big box.
Yeah, it was kept inside a shitty wooden box. It is currently in a box that basically hides it from any kind of scrying magic. It's hard. It makes it hard to track unless you know where it is. But you did a little bit of overland travel to try and finish out the day. And as the sun was coming up, you guys were given a little extra time to travel because of a cloud that was following your particular group. This was identified by your traveling companions, Adam and Evelyn, as a bit of a boon from a brass dragon that lives around this area named Yati, who has secret wells scattered around and will on occasion generate clouds to follow the people that he is maybe marked being a strong word, but friends of his that he likes. So you guys were able to cover a little extra ground before you settled down for the day. But before y'all went to bed, Thalia took a bit of a dive and chatted with Chaos, Adelaide's progenitor, father, who she calls Dad, and had a very interesting conversation. Thalia, do you want to give us the recap of that? I want to see what you felt was important besides all of it.
Yeah, I was about to say, besides all of it, like the page and a half of notes I have, sir. Okay. Confirmed that Adelaide is one of the progeny. Talked about... What question did I ask that about? Ugh. I asked if it's... I have a coin that will get me in touch with it again without burning a spell slot. That actually will just transport me to the plane. I asked about that. I asked about basically the biggest question that actually got most of the answers, where was when I asked about if there were threats to our plane that it's keeping an eye on, and it said that there were order was out of balance. Its counterpart order, yeah, Kay's counterpart order was out of balance, and which was then affecting, if we wanted to work on fixing that, we needed to find and locate the 6 siblings who were lost in time. And we screamed at each other for a while until we figured out that Red is probably one of those siblings, because they're supposed to be like rainbow related, more rainbow puzzles, which is great for us. And
Says you to the colorblind guy, I'm sure.
Correct. Yeah, I know.
It's the true mystery. I don't know what rainbows are, therefore I put them in my game because they're scary.
So then immediately I pinged Red just to be like, "Hey girl, you or hey man, you good? You alive? You live?" And they were like, "Yeah, greetings and salutations. I'm still alive, suckers."
I wish she talked like that.
And that the truth would set us all free. Now that we maybe know the truth, now that we both know the truth, Red and I know the truth, it'll set us free. That's probably fine. And then Modron's hacked our comm system, and we spent the rest of the episode pinging everyone else on the party with a comm to make sure they were alive. And Ron and I decided to spoon platonically. The end.
Nice
Platonically. Is the Primus Chaos's brother?
No. No?
How?
No.
Roll me.
Good guess?
Roll me religion. I'll give you advantage because you hung out with Robbie enough. And
Sorry,
Robbie is...
Does this help?
Yep.
So here's order, which is kind of related to the front.
Can I ask...
Order to Primus.
Can I ask Thalia while we're spooning platonically if Chaos is the Primus's brother, so that way she can roll with a better history than mine?
I still want you to roll, buddy.
Oh.
If you want to ask.
Rolled. That is a 3 and a 16 for a total of 16.
Okay. So, as you're about to fall asleep, also Evelyn has taken the first watch.
And she didn't wake me up, the jerk.
Correct. But as you are kind of falling asleep, and you're thinking about it, Ronan, the Primus is... You remember hearing... You heard Robbie's voice on the comms, and you're thinking about him and thinking about the situation you found yourself in. And you're thinking about, is the Primus order? Is the Primus this brother, this sibling? And you get the feeling that not entirely. It's not on the same level. Did I say history or religion? I might have said religion.
Oh, I did history.
Is your religion any better?
Huh? No.
Okay. Yeah, the Primus is the Lord of Mechanus and the believer in absolute order. The Primus is not is not this old.
He's like a lanky teenager.
In the eyes of the gods, yes, he is he's kind of like the King Tut. He's a relatively young deity in this chair. From what Thalia told you, this is like talking to. This was like talking to the sun. This is talking with the universe itself. And she talked to she talked to entropy. She talked to cold. It was not, hi, I'm a god that you can worship. This is just an immutable fact of life. That Thalia just went and had a psychic cup of coffee with.
Cool.
Psychic coffee.
I would like to test something.
Sure.
Is there soup?
Lummy, what soup do you have for us today?
Is
Still
the stream
mushroom
still
soup.
there?
The stream is still there. Don't
Perfect.
worry.
Still-
You said
still
it and I
mushroom soup.
panicked. I'm like, are we good? Are we good?
All right, that's all.
Okay. And as you all tuck in for a night's rest, you do all get your long rest.
Yay!
And
Long
Ronan,
rest.
Ronan, you wake up first. Because I know you wanted to do something last night when you were awoken for your shift. But you wake up, and the sun is much later than it should be for your watch. And you see Evelyn has parked herself with her back near the stone and is continuously looking up, and she is still awake. And she's just looking around, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as ever. But you wake up basically late for your shift. Everyone else is still asleep. And she's just sitting there patiently. Adam is laying next to her. And at this point, like 4 in the afternoon, he's a full adult at this point. And is moving through his late 30s into his 40s at about this time. But he's also sleeping.
Huh. I remember what I wanted to do. Should I poke Evelyn? I would sit by Evelyn.
You stand up. She kind of sees you, scoots over a little bit, gives you a spot to sit. But her eyes never really leave from looking around from where she's sitting.
So, I'm sure living a really long time has given you your fair share of getting shafted by people. But we don't make a habit of doing that. So I know that you still give Adam your little looks of like, oh, we shouldn't tell them things, but we're not just here to screw you over somehow. Just so you know.
I have heard that a lot. And there's not a lot that people can say to change that opinion for me. But as much as Adam trusts you, and I don't want to, out of a few hundred years of habit, you all didn't run. From really anything that I've seen. And that does mean a fair bit. That's why I didn't wake you up for your shift. You look like you needed the nap.
I do like naps. Do you sleep?
Not enough these days. Especially now that we're this close.
Well, you should take a nap, so that way, when you're done napping, we can leave and go kill this thing.
That's not gonna be the way things go.
But what if it is?
Then she's not dead.
That's not how dead things work.
That's how hags work, unfortunately.
How'd you kill the other ones?
The first one is Swamp Hag was I had to make a couple of deals with some entities that were not a big fan of her. Very, very vengeful Fae decided to get some revenge on her.
We're friends with a Fae.
Really?
Lady Cost.
Huh.
She's a fairy.
How is she? I haven't seen her in a little while.
Good. I watched her tear a guy apart at her wedding. That was kind of cool.
Recently?
Yeah, it was when the whole attack happened.
Wait. She's married?
Yeah, to the mayor.
Huh.
They were married before, I think, but then they got divorced because she was a fairy.
Yeah, not divorced.
Separated.
It was a really messy breakup.
Argumentative. At odds. I don't know. They weren't together. She lived in wherever she lived, and he lived in the place above the door, under the city, on top of the city.
Right, all that rhyming nonsense that you always do.
No.
I know. I had to exchange part of my deal with this swamp hag, and Lady Cost took her under her care, shall we say.
Did she put her in the closet?
No, she, I believe, is frozen as a block of ice somewhere in the northern reaches of the Feywild. Still alive, but absolutely chalk frozen.
What about the second one? Wooden stake through the heart.
No, please.
A magic bean in the mouth.
Tell you what, I'll tell you after my nap.
Okay.
You sure you're good?
Everything's good?
You fight a lot of stuff in the desert?
No. I've never been in a desert before. Well, that's a lie, actually. Where I come from, it is kind of a desert. But it's snowy and cold.
So you know how things in the mountains, in the snow, how they hide, how they eat? It's kind of the same thing. Just hotter, and they're a little more venomous.
Don't step on snake.
Do not step on snake or scorpion.
What's a scorpion?
She kind of looks, and you still have the scorpion tail that you ripped out of the giant scorpion, and she kind of looks at you like she thinks you're fucking with her, and she's like, right. Good night, Ronan.
Good night.
She gets up and walks over, sits and sort of lays next to Adam for a bit. You don't really notice if her breathing has changed, like she's fallen asleep or if she's just placating. But as night approaches and you all rouse yourselves, taking your drinks, getting prepared for a day of overland travel.
Yo, even night shift in D&D fucks me up. I was like, night approaches and we get up? What?
You're in a desert, buddy. As you all get together, there's a little bit of discussion as you guys tear down, because you guys were interested in heading towards one of Yati's wells to continue your conversation.
Oh yeah, we were gonna corrupt it with
Take
the
the
garbage.
I thought we decided to not do
Yeah,
that.
because
It was to the north.
Him.
Where it was to the north, and we were going northwest.
Yeah. We were
I
going
have it in my
northwest.
notes. Begin to head
We
northwest
kinda did decide the well was a bad idea.
for now.
Great. So yeah, quick reminder to Adam and Evelyn as they're like, well, Yati's well is just a few days away.
I think they also said it was a main one, and we were like,
It's one of the larger ones. There will definitely.
Let's turn it into a portal. What could go wrong?
Portal to Chaos. Yeah, great.
That never had any bad connotations in their other game.
Nothing bad
No.
could ever happen.
No.
Bad.
Nothing like two beholders.
Look how well we're trained, Curtis. Look how well we're trained.
Hey, look how paranoid I've made you. Hooray! You're thinking about the consequences of your actions. But so you guys are gonna head out. Okay.
Yes.
Boot in a boot.
Flying first.
Yeah.
You want to walk?
I need to try and sell
Oh, yeah,
summon a
get Helga
Helga and
back.
see what happens.
Okay.
Because I've never summoned a Helga. I don't know what's gonna.
You've summoned Helga.
Once, many.
I summoned
many
Helga
months
one
ago.
time, and she's never ever left.
I think didn't she go on sabbatical for a bit with your buddy?
Yeah, that did
She's
happen,
never-
but
she's
I
never
never.
been
She never did.
desummoned.
Yeah,
She's
that's
never
the
died.
mystery. So I'm gonna cast Summon Steed and see what happens.
Okay.
Where are you? Why can I never find? There's a search bar.
As you, what is? How are you gonna summon her? Because she's a wyvern now. Well, the last time you did this, she was a hippogriff.
Yeah, she started as a hippogriff.
It's amazing. what
Where
happens
are my
when you
spells?
Fully embrace your patron.
Find Steed. Summon. It's a spell. I'm supposed to just summon her, and she's supposed to just come back. But lots of things have changed in a time. So I don't know. It's instantaneous. I'm supposed to be able to just flick my hands, and boom, there
Make it
she'd
happen.
be.
Does she come down like a lightning bolt?
How does Lami be like? Are you gonna walk outside and be like, Helga, come here, girl? Here,
No, it'd be
doggy, doggy,
subtle.
doggy.
It would be subtle and annoyed that he had to do it. Like, just over there.
Just kind of, you wave your hand, and yeah, night is falling, clouds have cleared out. Immediate flash of lightning, big old crater in the ground, and there's Helga, curl up in a ball like she's napping.
Lami, what
Well,
if you
that was
summoned
rather
her-
dramatic.
What if you did that on somebody?
Well, then they'd probably be under her.
But she came down in a bolt of lightning.
Well, they wouldn't feel great either.
Do it to me next time as an experiment.
We'll try it.
Lightning
Just give
doesn't
me
strike the same
roughly
person twice.
3 seasons and I'll summon her again.
Now with that attitude, so we're going to continue this bit of traveling. We're gonna travel. We'll do this one day at a time. So can I have somebody roll a d20 for me? Who would like to?
I'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Josh.
I got a 12.
12. Excellent. Let me roll.
Now roll 27 d8s.
Don't tempt me.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
Tonight, as you are all flying, you continue northwest, continuing this sort of lead, and as midnight strikes, Lamik, you get to be, you're basically driving as Adam dies behind you at midnight.
Does he make a noise?
He's going like,
Is it a stock noise? Is it like, does it change?
You like a death animation
Every time he dies? Yeah. I'm thinking of the noises
What is this, like changing your taunt in Gmod?
Specifically the long drug out.
No, this one, because you're flying, what's your passive perception?
Low, it's 11.
Okay. You don't hear anything, but you do get kind of a tap on the shoulder as Evelyn asks you to land, and you guys park at midnight. And she takes Adam, digs a hole, buries him for a little bit. A little while later, you hear this kind of crunching sound, and you hear a baby crying. She kind of like someone has done this 1,000 times before. Picks him up, gets him taken care of, gets back on the horse. And goes.
Damn.
As you guys continue to fly northwest, continuing to travel.
Helga has an age limit of 12, unfortunately. You have to be this tall.
She just can't. Evelyn just like. Seriously. Do I need to like? You don't have any seatbelts. This is absolutely not safe for anyone.
You're the seatbelt. Everything's great.
Fine. But Lonnie, as you're. Oops, sorry.
I feel like to clarify, because I only have so many polymorphs today. Are we gonna fly all at once and then walk, or are we gonna alternate fly, walk?
That's up to whatever you want to do.
If we'll
flock.
Can the baby tell us which way it's being tugged, like immediately as a baby?
Mm-hmm.
Then I think we should fly when he tugs us the strongest first, and then we would keep walking in that direction. Then we can fly again when he gets talkative. Do a little fly walk.
Okay.
Caw.
As you all are sort of taking these flights and again heading northwest, your path starts to turn a little more westerly as you're moving along. And directly in front of you, there is as you sort of turn to the west and you're watching the wind kick across, you do see a very large, wide sandstorm brewing. You guys can try to push through it. You can circle north and lose a little. You can lose about half a day if you continue to the north. You can push through it and more or less keep to your timetable. You can land and let it blow over.
How many polymorphs does Thalia have? 3.
I mean, unless it doesn't show up as something I can upcast, but I don't know if it is something I can upcast.
I don't know if we want to.
It only shows up on my 3rd level spells. Or my 4th level.
You can burn a higher level slot for it.
Okay. So if we need to push it, I can do higher. I just lose my upper level spell slots. So.
How many did we burn before we got to the sandstorm?
This is
Probably
still...
2.
Yeah, this would be your second.
This is a fly land fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a bird. Am I a bird right now, or are you a bird?
Who wants to be
Rollsies!
Bro, I was about to say,
we'll do rollies
Boulder
for who's the
Parchment
bird.
cheers for it.
Roll for bird.
10.
Are you ready? 2! We didn't decide which
Oh,
was
wait,
that
wait,
got
wait,
to be
wait.
the bird.
Dahlia gets to pick.
No. Oh. No.
Evens. No, that doesn't work.
Okay. I'm bird.
All right.
Good pick.
I am bird. Grant.
I win.
Land, sand, stay, after go, caw.
What?
Sand bad, wind, land, stop.
If a bird can roll its eyes at you, it does. And then she will land.
If I had something to throw at you, I would.
You all land, hunkering down. There's not a lot of There's not a lot of terrain here to hide under.
It's only a sandstorm.
It's mostly dunes.
You go out and stand in it. You feel like you just had a nice day at the salon. Brand new skin, nice and fresh.
Yeah, nice bones.
Might not work if
very
you don't
nice
have
bones.
scales.
Ronan, what can you do with that hammer? Can you like make us?
I was just reading that. So it says with move earth. I can choose an area of terrain no larger than 40 feet on a side within range. I can reshape dirt, sand, or clay in an area in any manner I choose for the duration, up to 2 hours.
How big?
40 feet on
no
the side.
larger than 40 feet on a side.
Sandstorms are bigger than that.
Can I stop the sandstorm? I don't think I
No.
could do that.
No.
If you affect a 40-foot square, you can create a pillar up to 20 feet high, raise or lower the square's elevation by 20 feet, dig a trench up to 20 feet deep, and so on. It takes 10 minutes for these changes. At the end of every 10 minutes, you can spend a concentration on the spell to choose a new area of terrain to affect. Because the terrain's transformation occurs slowly, creatures in the area can't be trapped. The spell can't manipulate natural stone or stone structures. So if I made a hole, would the sand just collapse in the hole? If I made like a bunker,
you could make a bunker.
pillory bunker, if you will.
You could absolutely make a bunker and like.
I would like
build
to make a
little hole
bunker.
out.
Pillory.
And so yeah, you're able to ride this out with just a little bit of earth shaping. It's not the most pleasant. You realize that y'all have gotten really comfortable in Thalia's little hut. But it's something about there is something a little more primal, I guess, about actually living out in this kind of place. And you get an appreciation for the people who live here all the time as this sandstorm whips on by without really causing any issues for you. The rest of the evening, once that storm blows by, is calm as you fly through a very clear, starry night. You see other folks unburying themselves in their tents and carts, small torches and lights moving across the desert as you fly overhead for the remainder of an uneventful evening. Who wants to roll for day 2?
Rachel, do you want it?
Is it day 2 or
Yes.
just bit
we're,
2?
We're kind of speed running.
Oh, got it. Okay, day 2.
We're time
Zoom,
a
zoom.
little bit.
Zoom.
4.
4? Amazing.
That's 3 more than 1.
I need each of you.
That's how many
to roll me a
beholders we have to fight.
D12.
No!
Oh.
D12? Okay.
He's making us get the D12s out.
I can roll for you if you'd like.
You don't have
1.
D12s out?
1!
Twinsies!
Twinsies.
We're
Josh, come on.
opposites. 12.
Oh, the natural order of things.
Okay.
polarizing.
As you all take off at the start of your second day, are you going to walk for the morning? Or
What did we do first? Fly, then walk?
Now we
should walk,
my
then
logic
fly.
brain is saying we should probably fly first to erase any tracks of us and things that were tracking us on the ground. Curtis, what does that look for?
That's a
What does that
lot
look
smarter
for?
than
Someone
let's do it
remembered.
backwards because we did it this way last time.
So we fly first because we made camp and they know our location. So we fly first to get some ground, and then we walk for a bit, and then we fly to like throw things off from following us.
We're flocking.
I don't.
Sure, that works for me. Whatever feeling of something watching you is now gone as you take off for the second day, so your plan's working. However, as you were flying, tonight Evelyn asks y'all to land so Adam can die on the ground and she doesn't have to worry about holding him in the air.
Fair. I would prefer to die on the ground too.
And as the transformation occurs and Adam does his usual 1201 cry, as he opens his eyes to cry, they're much wider than usual. And he, with this tiny baby hand, grabs onto Evelyn's finger and moves it and points due south.
We passed them?
Evelyn follows up your question. I was like, did we lose her? She goes, he's gonna be, I don't know what he's saying. Like, he can't really talk yet. Can any of you put out feelers? Anything at all? I don't know what he's talking about. There's something to the south. He's not normally this urgent about it.
You
I
want us
look
to talk?
the south.
Like,
Do I see anything?
does she mean like communicating with him, or like feeling the connection with the hag?
I've never been great with babies, but we can try.
I'll
Goo.
pop a
What you
magic
two-
awareness.
Rachel, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Like, what are you questioning?
She said Evelyn had said like, can you put out a feeler? And I'm trying to. I don't understand if she was trying to say put a feeler out to Adam and communicate more with him.
I'll leave that
Because
up to
she
you.
can't do that, or did she mean or try to put a feeler out to the hag?
I'll leave that up to you. You can do either. Having a sense of magical energy. She, aside from her innate immortality, Evelyn has really no magical prowess. So it could be either.
Okay, I'm gonna try to message Adam. Technically, he has that intelligence. He can do it.
He is intelligent enough to message back.
Yeah.
It's just he can't speak the words.
Correct.
It comes back goo goo gaga.
Wah.
Goo goo.
Ga.
There you go.
ga.
Avoid south or go south?
South is overpowering it. I can't feel her.
He's a baby.
Ronan, as you pop your magical awareness, there is almost like a beacon just glowing off to the south. There's this low grade like static buzzing against your senses to the south.
That's within 60 feet?
You are it is further away than 60 feet, but it is that strong. You are picking it up. You know that feeling you get when you walk by a transformer substation? Like walk by a transformer and there's that low-grade hum?
Mm-hmm.
Think that, but on a magical scale.
There's a magic thing that way. Do we want to fuck with it, or do we want to just leave?
We're supposed to go that way.
I know. But how far is this thing gonna fuck with the shit that we need not to be fucked with?
What fucked with what?
Who
His
fucked with
ability...
where?
Oh wait, she didn't tell me that. Never mind.
Is there something to this? Is she to the south, or is there something else down there?
I don't know. There's a
Only
magic thing.
overpowering his senses.
Oh,
Do you want me to go fuck with it?
Adam,
Let's go fuck
check
with
it out or avoid.
Worst case scenario, we all die. Let's go.
I forgot he couldn't talk to me too. That's why I was confused.
Goo goo, gaga.
could be good, could be bad. She could be hiding in it. I don't know.
Can she travel that far that fast? Okay. You want to go mess with it, don't you, boys?
Fuck with it!
It's
Sword,
overriding our sense of direction.
And I start walking towards it.
I thought we were flying. We were preparing to fly.
That's a battle cry if I've ever heard one. Okay. As you move closer, who's going?
I think I'm going first, at least.
Who else is going, or is Ronan gonna wander?
I'm going.
At a distance.
Okay.
Do you have anything I can throw at it?
As you start to move,
It's far away.
It is not close. This is gonna derail. This is gonna eat up probably a third of your evening, depending on how close you get.
Should we just
Oh,
fly to
shit.
there?
Yeah.
Should we just
it is-
leave?
When I say 60 feet, like you're picking it up with your 60-foot range, this is a large.
Oh, okay. Maybe we just leave.
But she might be
Or
in
just
there.
fly to the south first and then go that way.
But
It'll be
then
fast.
if it's bad, that burns a fly away.
But if it's bad, we also get an aerial attack.
Do you have anything that can go?
Eldritch
Well,
Blast.
my hand can do that. And Helga can go.
Mine can't.
We could just drop you onto them.
I do like dropping on people. I'm not gonna
like-
lie. It's one of my favorite
like
things.
it.
You want to go check it out?
The feeling of a collarbone crushing under your feet.
You
is
could.
just-
The two of you could scout it. You take Helga and scout.
I don't think she can pick up me and him.
Oh, she could do that.
Can she?
She's a big girl. In a good way. Oof.
I'm also still trying to picture Lami going, okay, Helga, I'm gonna need you to go. "Brrrr." Like,
But if we have to dive bomb,
I'm just imagining Lami acting it all out and then trying to be like, Helga, this is your part of the plan.
I feel
Helga."
like
Helga
he
is-
pulled out two toy planes, like two little wooden biplanes that don't even exist.
dive bomb! Boop, 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 boop.
Helga is thoroughly amused by
They're
your plan.
bath toys.
You're not entirely. Yes, they're toy boats. One's a rubber duck and the other is a toy boat. Rubber exists. And yes, so Lami is playing out a World War II fighter drama.
So
Helga is entranced by what the hell is happening and is like, okay, let's go.
We're going.
sheathe both swords. I'll get on Helga.
Okay.
I guess. Hold on.
As you two take off and fly to the south, you notice that there are no caravan lights here around you guys. There's really no tracks. There's not a lot. You do see, as you're flying overhead, faint purple shapes buried in the sand. Ronan, actually, both of you, roll me a history check, or nature check. Both of you have advantage.
Oh,
Purple shapes. Are they purple worms?
very good.
Purple
What?
glowing
What am I
nice.
doing?
nature. please.
History or nature? I get to pick between a
23
-1 and a
nature.
-1, so that my roll is an 18.
So, okay, these are as you're flying over.
And you lax batteries.
No,
Needs
These are
more batteries.
giant scorpions.
Oh.
They're buried under the sand, but something is making them fluoresce. Something is making them glow from under the sand.
Ronan, those aren't supposed to glow.
Hmm.
And we're not landing to find out why they glow. They're very big.
Thalia, there are giant scorpions under the sand and they glow.
I feel like that's something we should make if we can just avoid it.
But what if the hag is in the scorpions?
That's not how hags work.
That's not how hags work? Can you confirm or deny this, Thalia?
Adam, can hags make things
Give the expert.
glow?
Gaga.
Goo goo, gaga.
Why is he Italian?
I don't know.
A quick head shake from a very quick head shake from
Adam.
Adam. No,
I love
this
you
is-
guys.
Okay, I don't. Adam's thinking no, it's not part of the hag's magic to make things glow colors.
Well, I don't know of anything that makes things glow purple. So, is everything magic-y? Is it purple everything magic-y, or just the little dots?
They are. You see, as you're flying, you see how large they are. These are big fucking scorpions. You could like about this. Some of them look.
So it's
they
like
could-
somebody gave the scorpions an underglow kit.
Yes. Well, not underglow. You're seeing they're buried, and the light
Oh.
is coming through the sand, but they're fluorescing under the sand.
How high up are we?
That's a great question. How high up are you? How are y'all kids?
I was
gonna be?
gunning for at least 60 feet, maybe 100.
60 to 100. You can see that these are very large, very cozy scorpions.
Lami, can you hover me directly over one?
Wait, there's not a whole lot of hovering to be done, but we can try.
Or can you fly like over one? And
We'll
can
fly and we'll go slow and
Okay.
get real flappy. What do you? Yeah.
I would like to reach into my bag.
What, like 20 feet up? Is that good?
20 feet would be perfect.
We're gonna go for 20 feet.
Oh no! What terrible
Like,
things are you about to do to these sleeping
the
scorpions?
bottom of Helga is 20 feet from the ground.
I would like to drop an alchemist's fire on an alchemist's fire on a scorpion.
Are we committing war crimes and then just flying away?
We're gonna burn the scorpion.
Sure. It's a stationary target, but you're on the move. I'm gonna need a ranged
But
weapon.
we're gonna
attack.
hover. We're gonna try and go real
Okay,
slow.
are you gonna hover or are you gonna dive
as
bomb
best
it?
as we can? We're gonna go real slow, drop it, and then go
Sand
away.
flying up everywhere. Woo,
Yeah,
woo.
yeah, yeah. Helps unbury it a little bit.
Okay, fine. Give me a ranged weapon attack. Just
I make a ranged weapon attack against a creature or object. Is it just my dex? Am I proficient in alchemist fire?
you're
I don't think you are.
No.
Or throwing things?
It's D20 plus Dex.
Ooh, natural 18, so 21.
Yeah. You
Uh,
you just
It has to make a creature can end this by using an action to make a DC 10 dexterity check to extinguish the flames.
how much fire are you lighting the scorpion on?
I'm
One
just throwing
alchemist.
one at him. On hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns forever until they put it out.
Okay.
Forever.
Roll that D4.
2.
2. Great. Yeah. This blossom of greenish tinged flame comes roiling up and lands on top of this thing, and you see it kind of taking its pincers and kind of flailing around, swatting itself to try and put itself out as it shimmies itself up.
When it comes out of the sand, can we tell if it's still glowing
It is still
besides being
glowing.
on fire?
Is it? It's glowing and on fire now.
Correct. It's
Perfect.
this nice purple-green combination.
We're gonna fly away, but slow, so we can watch it burn.
Does it put itself out? How many d4s?
Roll me
Is it
3
the-
more d4s because it's not very
Oh
smart.
no.
Scorpions aren't really used to being caught on fire.
That's one more, and 2 more.
Okay. So yeah,
So
as
another
this
4
thing's just, like,
fire damage.
swatting at itself and kind of tries to bury itself in the sand, which isn't really helping. It's just melting and fusing together. Are you guys continuing to fly south,
Yeah, back. No.
or do you want to go north and rejoin the crew?
Does it feel like it's getting stronger or weaker? If I burned another magic sense, would I be able to tell if we're
It
like
is
in the middle of it?
It is getting
Ronan, tell us where to go.
much stronger as you fly further south.
Let's keep going south.
All right, deal.
Cool. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you kids?
No more
Because
work.
Ronan?
the scorpion throws one
Is
back.
somebody throwing? Yeah, are we getting war crimed?
Ronan,
Good rolls.
you
Yes.
good?
Boys.
You avoid the
Chris,
scorpion?
Chris +4.
+4. What am I doing? A con save?
please.
Con save.
Oh no. That is a 30.
I got a 28. +10.
Well, we set a scorpion on fire, and it still glowed when it came out of the sand. So it's not like they're sitting on a light bulb that's like slightly under the sand. Like they are actually the things glowing.
Right.
And
We
it's
have ruled
stronger
that out.
stuff to the south. So we're going a little more to the south until maybe it starts getting weaker, and then at least we know we're in the middle of it. And if we're in the middle of it and there's no hag, then we'll come back.
Clearly, nothing will go wrong. Meteorite landed there. Gonna go check it out.
As you fly over it, you start to feel this tingling in your fingertips a little bit. Each of you takes 4 necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage?
What? From what? Just for existing?
As you're moving further south towards the source of the energy.
All right, shit's getting really weird over here. You ever feel like you're just kind of melting
Yeah.
into nothingness? That's kind of how I feel right now.
Is it continuing to get stronger?
How long does your magic awareness last?
6 seconds?
You're gonna pop another one as you fly a little further.
Yeah,
in?
sure. Fuck it. Why not?
Okay. How far apart are you How far apart are you staggering these? Like every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes?
5 minutes.
Okay. As you continue popping it, you're moving pretty quickly. You're feeling that gets stronger the more time you spend in it. And after your third one, I need another Constitution saving throw from you guys.
Natural 20 for a total of 34.
24 for me.
Okay.
Bad roll.
Okay. Ronan, you will take 3 necrotic. Lami, you will take 7.
Oh no.
Oh, can we do charisma saves instead?
Also, can you roll for Helga for me? Because
Oh,
I
do you want one or
forgot.
two? I'll let you pick.
I would like. I need 2. Actually, I need 2.
You got it.
saves.
Let me get this +3. Okay.
I feel like it's time to maybe turn back.
So that is a 19 and an 11.
Well, the 11 definitely won't do it if
So
the
she'll
24
take-
didn't.
8 and 7.
Yes, she'll take 8 and 7. Necrotic.
Helga's dead.
Helga is
Crap.
far from dead.
As you are flying further in, and as you get closer, you start to again. There starts to be this feeling of nausea and this taste of copper in the back of your throat.
Oh yeah, there's a sense of nausea and a taste of copper.
Why are you still going that way then?
We're also dying.
Turn around!
Everything really hurts over here.
WebMD.
Turn
But we still-
around!
Don't we can't see anything yet. We gotta keep going.
Can we see anything?
Roll
Is
me
there anything
perception.
different, or still just a fucking sea of scorpions?
They're not. So let me rephrase. They are large
Can I look
scorpions.
up? Is there something up? Are we
No.
getting invaded by aliens?
Nothing but clear skies. These scorpions are not necessarily next to each other. There's
Mr.
probably
Blue
one
Sky.
every 100 to 200 feet. They're
Is it like a
leaving each other
path?
off.
Are we following a scorpion path?
No, they're just scattered all
Follow
around.
the scorpion
They're just
brick
sleeping.
road.
They're just everywhere.
They're just napping.
So why
Little
aren't the
nappy boys.
scorpions being necrotic to death?
Maybe
Do we
they
get
are. Maybe that's
advantage because
another-
we're flying?
Are we purple now? I didn't look at that.
Am I glowing?
What was your perception check to look around for things?
I don't know. I was trying to persuade you to give me advantage on it because I'm flying.
I'm lowering the DC on my end.
Okay.
What you got for me, Yoda?
9.
9. Nah. You're really just like they're starting to see more and more scorpions scattered around, and that's really fucking with your depth perception. Because you keep seeing like sand move, but you see the scorpions moving, but there's no movement above ground as you're flying pretty low over a bunch of them. Dude, you aren't glowing purple like they are. Helga's got an interesting kind of glow, a little shimmer under her scales. As she's flying through this necrotic. Do you continue?
I'm driving. Does he tell me Helga's purple?
Well, I mean, Helga's purple.
I'm gonna go full Arthur Morgan. How you doing, girl?
She kind of looks back at you, and she opens her mouth, and you see there's, she looks tired. She looks a little more tired than you would expect. But otherwise, she seems good to keep going.
This is weird.
Do you press on?
What do you think, Ronan?
Thalia,
Are you on your way back yet?
Helga's purple. Should we come back?
Time to go, yes.
Okay.
Time to go, boss
We
says.
should turn around. On our way, I catch one more scorpion on fire.
Okay. Both of you roll me a con save, and then roll me a ranged weapon attack. Actually, all three of you, counting Helga.
Okay, for me. For
Dirty
Helgi.
20.
Great.
29
Great.
for the salami. 17 for Helga.
You're betraying me. Let's go over here. Oh, perfect. Mommy, you had a
9.
29. Chris had a dirty 20.
Helga got a 17.
So that
The
is
least
a
good.
4 necrotic for Lami and 8 for Ronan and Helga.
Am I purple now?
You are not purple, but when you feel a little extra fluid in the back of your mouth and you spit, it's a little pinkish. There's a little bit of blood.
Did we just like find a nuke or
No,
are we irradiated now? Should I see a doctor?
it depends.
I've been irradiated. You know, I shouldn't really worry about changing color.
As you come back, with all actually roll your ranged weapon attack on one of them.
I decided not to because I looked at how many I have and I want to save them.
Good.
As much as I want to set more scorpions on.
I wish you had like 80 of them and we could just be
So
like
do I.
a
Bastards.
bomber right now. Just drop them.
We'll save that for the Act 3 big final fight where you guys live out your World War II strafing dreams. But as you fly back, moving a little faster, you see the one scorpion that is like, you see the still burning husk of the scorpion you bombed on the way out. As you fly back over it, it did
It
not manage to-
died?
yeah, it didn't put itself out in time.
Let me swoop low. I want to grab it.
We're
It's
going
still
low.
on fire. I need you to understand it is still,
It's still on fire.
Yes.
Is there any part of it that's not on fire?
No.
No? Oh.
It's
Mm.
alchemist fire. It catches shit on
Uh.
fire. That's its job. That's why it only does a D4 of damage, because it does it into perpetuity.
Alright. Sad. Alright, well, keep going.
As you get back, Thalia, there is a faint... You see them land, and you see that Helga's got a little bit of a greenish tinge underneath those scales. It's not purple. It's a little green, shifting your scales from that nice midnight blue into a little more of a teal color. The other two guys look flushed, like they're a little sunburnt. And as you guys dismount, Ronan comes over, and Ronan, as you kind of smile, there is still some blood speckled across your teeth. Just a little bit.
Cure wounds, cure wounds, cure wounds.
What do I get my wounds cured as?
Helga looks good in teal.
Woo! That's real nice. Okay. So Helga gets 12. Whichever one of you looks less. Oh, I'll say Lami gets 9 and Ronan gets 12.
Oh, not damage, healing. I hit the wrong button. Better.
Belly is angry.
I'm used to hitting the damage button.
Okay. As y'all are healed, I need one more Constitution saving throw.
What? We left.
Uno mas? Helga looks good in teal.
Natural
She's an
20
English fan.
for 34.
Go birds. You need one for Helga too, right?
Yes, please.
24 for Lami, 14 for Helga.
Okay. Helga's still a little teal. You guys kind of are shaking off that sensation, and that coppery taste in the back of your mouth is starting to dissipate as you reconvene with the crew. So what y'all find?
The air down there tastes like metal.
Mm-hmm. It hurts. It's not good. It made
Spicy
Helga
air?
teal. Spicy air. Scorpions were glowing. I set one on fire. It burned to death.
Okay, good. Good. Is it glowing?
With
They were
purple.
glowing. Also,
Shiny.
we never got to like the middle of where it was strongest because we turned around.
Because everything tasted
You
like
weren't even
metal
at the
when we were
middle?
dying.
And it was
No.
like that? Oh,
No,
I'm glad you took back.
We didn't even see what was happening.
Based on this, I'm gonna guess nothing good and we should just move on?
I think
probably.
moving on is fine. If we can't find her in a little bit or tomorrow, then we know where she's probably hiding. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense that she would go missing like that.
But I don't know how you would hide in a place that tastes like metal, but you could try. Even if you're a hag.
Hags
are not made of metal, Ronan.
They can be. They make their own spice, I guess. Though something like that, I don't know if anything could live there. But you said there's big scorpions. So
The scorpions are fine. Except the one I set on fire.
Oh, and good on you for doing that. One less stinger friend in the world. Okay. Right. So should we keep going and see what we will see? You all mount up. The night passes somewhat uneventfully, alternating between your walking and your flying. You cover a good amount of distance. You didn't lose too much time there, and you catch. There is a little bit of headwind, but you're able to ride some of the thermals and get some lift, and cover all the ground that you need to. As the sun is starting to rise, you do see off in the distance. The sun is rising to your west, and you see again a little more off to your northwest, kind of where you're heading. It's a large, bright light of something burning, like a large bonfire or something. As you go into land, you see mostly the plume of smoke is kind of what gives it away. You can definitely reach it tomorrow if you would like.
Are we getting any more pings on the hag, or is the spicy air still blocking it?
You guys got away from the spicy air, and Adam kind of is gonna roll and see how he's doing. How are you doing, kiddo? actual kiddo. Oh, beautiful. That's a crit, my boy.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy. That is a natural 20. He, as you guys kind of pull away, and you get further away as the sun's setting down, he goes, she's not in there. She's still up this way. I'm not sure
You
where.
could have told us that when you were 1.
I didn't have a good lead on it. There was still too much noise. It's like trying to listen to a conversation, whispered conversation in a crowded bar. It's not a thing that works. I'm sorry. Do you want to drive? Do you want to tell us where this hag is? Because you are more than welcome to.
This was mostly sarcasm, and I was picking on you because you were 1.
This like defiant looking like a 6-year-old is just like, excuse me. I have been dead more times than you've been alive. That's not how any of this works. I've been dead longer than you have lived, buddy. I don't want to hear
been alive once.
Twice. You hear the voice in the back. Twice, my champion. Don't forget, I brought you back.
You brought me back, but I don't think that's how math works, because if you're alive and then you're alive again, it's still one time. Don't get me into semantics.
Nami, what are you talking about?
Don't. Everything's fine. How are you?
What?
If you died and then were brought back to life, would you consider yourself alive twice or just once, but with a pause?
I've died twice, so I would consider myself alive 3 times.
Oh,
Somebody
you're
gets
supposed to agree with me, not them.
Thank you.
Who's them? No one else is talking.
Ronan, Ronan and Thalia, roll me perception checks as you guys are behind him.
Do we get pluses because we're near him? Does that make us better at seeing? Does his aura help us in that?
It saves.
13.
11 plus I think 5.
Do the math.
16.
16. As Lami turns, is like, never mind. Goes back to what he was doing. The axe across his back glints, and there is a giant topaz eye looking back at the two of you. And then it's gone in a flash. Topaz surrounded by blue.
What color is topaz?
Like an amber.
It's like
For the uncultured.
For the uncultured ones.
Didn't you play Diablo 2?
Okay, it's like
Come
orangey
on.
yellow. Got it?
Yeah, like an
Yeah.
orangey yellow.
It gives lightning damage when you infuse it into your weapons.
I don't know if Diablo 2 is actually topaz.
Anyway. Dawn of the third day.
Ba-bum.
I need a quick con save from...
What?
Yep. From our two spicy air
Yeah,
boys.
we're radioactive.
11
Like the shitty song.
All right.
plus.
Can we?
Helga 1 too?
About this.
What do I get from you, Josh?
It's
4?
about it.
Plus 4 for a save.
This is
So
to
15
see...
plus 10, 25.
You want a Helga too, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. Did I notice them before we went to bed? Still looking off.
Are we just glowing?
No, the glow has subsided. This is to see how you
Puke our guts out.
Internal damage.
this is to see how well you guys rest.
The inside pain.
Spicy insides.
Lami got a 21. Helga got a 13.
I got a 25.
Okay. Yeah, y'all are all able to get your long rest. You're good. All of you are fine.
What almost happened? I'm so scared.
They're fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. But
Everything's fine.
yep, everybody gets your long rest. Everybody's hanging out, having a good time. Chris, I believe you're the last one to roll for me for how this goes.
That is a natural 1.
Twin,
Twan.
you say?
Do we get any pluses? for
No.
a D20 roll?
No,
Oh, okay.
this is what we call the random encounter table. So,
It's a magical pot of flowers that somebody turned into.
Ah,
so
dope.
you all
It's
wake
Ed?
up.
Ed boy.
Ed boy. You all wake up as night is falling. And as you gather your things together and you're looking up to the northwest where that camp was, there's no sign of it. There's no campfire, there's no smoke, there's nothing. And a group
It got
that
eaten by the
large,
metal layer.
you should be able to track.
Are we in a pillory bunker?
I think we're getting out of a pillory bunker.
You guys are coming out of a tiny hut.
Okay.
But yeah, you're waking up, you're getting your things together, and as the sun is setting behind you, you're looking for signs of smoke. You're looking for any signs of habitation off to the north, to the northwest, where you saw that large camp hunkering down, and there's nothing. No fires, no motion. If you want to fly and get closer, you can, but right now you don't really have a lead on where she may have gone. Not yet, anyway.
We don't have any tug from Adam being a baby.
This is in the evening before you guys take off. Tug is strongest at midnight. That's not a euphemism.
Wink. Thalia, how are you on your flappy flappies?
I mean, I just rested, so I'm got full,
Should we fly once and see how close we get to where the fire was?
I mean, we could. It's in our direction, right?
Yeah. I'll be a bird.
Okay.
Bird me.
Caca!
Cool. So you all mount up and head off to the northwest. And as you get some altitude and you start flying over and the miles start to slip behind, there is still no sign of motion as you come up on it. You see places where you find a place that looks like it would be a great place to set up a camp. You see a large circle of stones in the middle of this camp that look much larger. They look like a permanent fixture rather than something that they would take with them. This has looking around at the location of it, it feels like a place where a traveling band would stop. This is a favored place of them to pause.
I'm a bird. Ah!
Roll me a perception check, Birdman.
Do I get advantage because bird?
You do indeed, because you have great bird
Advantage,
eyes.
bird!
I think it's a stone circle of mimics
Two
trying to get to
16s.
the fire pit.
What's a bird get pluses to? Giant
Wisdom +4.
aggle.
I think it's
Plus
+4.
4.
Dirty
Yeah.
20?
Well, I rolled 2 16s. Is that a 16? Yeah, that's a 16. It's also a 16. So 20.
Compared to her 20. So, yeah, 20. So, as you're flying over, looking overhead, it looks like everyone is gone. But with a dirty 20, you don't see tracks leaving. And as you come down, as you look a little closer, there are unusual shapes in the sand. They're too square. They're too regular.
So they're still there. They're just buried.
Potentially.
Turn my head back at Thalia and go, ah! I look down at it. I'll do a little beak click, a little, like I'm mad.
Can you do
That's
that a
what
little
birds
closer
do.
to the mic? There you go.
For all the people worried about my teeth.
All right, I'll look at it.
Do you want to look with your eyes? Do you want to look like with another sense?
My special eyes.
My brand.
I don't know.
My brand.
Up to you.
I
Eyes.
like being a bird.
Okay. Roll perception.
Guess.
Next character, I'm just gonna be a bird.
21.
21. You also see that there is nothing down there. There are still some very regular shapes in the sand. And there's no tracks going away from here. The stones around that central fire where a family would gather or a large tribe or clan would gather is very, very black. Almost, it doesn't match the rest of the stones in the desert that you have seen on this trip. What would you like to do?
I don't know. I'm not the smart one that makes decisions.
Thalia, do you want to tell the rest of the gang?
Yes, I will tell everyone else.
Evelyn's like, what do you mean they're just, they're just gone?
Poof.
They should. Lami, can we fly a little lower?
We can fly as low as you'd like.
I'd like to stay about 60 feet off the ground, please.
That is not very low.
They're
Deal.
very good shots.
Not really. We'll be fine.
As you fly down, Lami, can I get a perception check from you?
I'm perceiving well. For me, that's a 16.
Excellent. As you all dive, as the three of you dive, Ronan, are you following?
Yeah.
I expected a caw, I'm not gonna lie.
As you P50, as you P47 your way in. Nice gentle dive.
Some gentle engine over revving because you're going downward so fast.
The horn of Jericho.
There is a smell that catches your nostrils. It's fruity. It's sweet. It's not. It is not a good tasting smell.
Oh, it's not a good tasting smell?
It's that kind of sweetness that clogs up your nose and just sits heavy when you breathe. It is the smell of rot and decay.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that at all. Okay. The fruity sweetness really put me through a loop.
It's that
I was like, when I walk into Bed Bath & Beyond, like that kind of smell?
Bed Bath & Beyond
No.
meets shower mold.
No, you should have just said Bed Bath & Beyond meats, and that's enough. It's decaying meat at Bed Bath & Beyond. I've got it.
Yeah, that's the Beyond portion.
So that's what they keep back there.
Bed Bath & Beyond the expiration date.
Inspiration, you bastard. Yeah, as you fly over, you're seeing these spaces as you get closer. Ronan and Thali, can I also get perception checks from you two? What is
Dirty
that in
20.
English?
It's a 19 plus whatever,
Plus
4.
four?
So
Yeah.
23.
Ronan, with your bird eyes, you are seeing scattered in the sand what you thought from a distance were a little larger pieces of sand are actually bone.
Bone saw is ready.
Stripped clean. Your eagle eyes catch it as, is that food? No, there's no food on that. And Thalia, you're looking and seeing also chips of wood and cloth, very small pieces, getting caught in the wind and being almost brought up to where you are as that stench kind of overpowers everything.
Caw?
Just normal.
Why is it stinky? Who fought Ronan?
Ah!
I have smelled that smell come out of you before.
Really?
He ate something not great.
Ah!
No, this is her, all right. Oh, we're very close.
You think she's here right now?
No, I think she was
Oh,
last night.
What direction, Adam?
no, she's gone.
Well, I have a few hours, but I'd very much like to keep a watch if we can, in case she comes to visit us. Because if
Why don't we just keep moving towards her?
We don't know where she went.
You don't have any
Not for another 2 hours.
antlers? If you had to guess, see, oh god, we need a hunter. We need a ranger.
There are no tracks. There is nothing here.
Oh, rangers would find some tracks. It's their one thing they're good at.
Can I do an Arcana check? Since I have
Yes.
like.
I'll give
Can I
you
do an
one.
Arcana check just to get something? I've been rolling poopy tonight. Come on. 21.
Reaching out, remembering that, sort of sifting through the books on the magic that you've encountered in your head, you pull it down, flip it open, and feeling that thread, that tug that you connected with, that you, the last time you connected, you just gave a tug. That sense of, that same energy is suffused around you. Everything natural, everything alive in this place has been stripped clean. And there is, in the midst of this, you are so hard, it is so hard to find a direction this has gone.
Great, so she brings the plague. Okay, perfect.
You're somewhat certain it is not to the south. It is not not the way you came. Northeast, east, somewhere. She's ahead of you still. But it's hard to get a good read in the center of her power where she worked something and rendered an entire camp to dust in hours.
What if we keep flying in the same direction for one more hour and then make camp? Half hour.
I mean, we just got up like an hour ago.
Oh right. I thought we were ending.
We'll need
No.
a few hours to.
Well, then we keep moving.
Which way?
North?
The direction we were already going, and hope it's the right one.
Northeast, so if we head north, not north, south.
That's true. That at least splits the distance a little.
Once we get a little bit further, maybe we can narrow it down from there.
Yes, that's probably wise. We should.
Well, let's give it a
Puts
go.
his hand on his chest, and he's like, "This is not. We should get out of here."
Let's go.
Evelyn is moving around through all these sites, looking and sifting, trying to find something. Any signs of anything. And all she is finding are bones, animals, people. Even as she's sifting through what looks like where a cart used to be, she rummages through the sand and pulls up tarnished coins that look like they've been left underwater for years. And she just kind of lets them fall with the sand between her fingers. She murmurs something in Kendoan. It almost sounds like a prayer. She stands and brushes herself off. Moves back to the group. If we were to sleep here, I feel like something worse than, I don't know if it feels fatal, but I don't know if it would. I don't know what a death here would do. We should move.
Right. So let's go.
You all mount up, taking off to the north.
I take off without Thalia and swoop under and pick her up.
Ooh.
Do you
I
want
do
to do a
a
really
little
cool
thing.
acrobatic
I almost said
pickup?
artistic,
Yeah.
but I meant acrobatic.
Dally, do you want to be acrobatically swooped up?
I don't think I have much of a choice, so
No,
sure.
you can absolutely say no. If you would
You could
like
say
to.
you could say you don't want to be and try and fight it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Make
Fight
him
it,
cool.
no,
Take the Dark Souls roll
Go
out
ahead.
of the arena.
Okay. Give me. Give me a pair. Give me both of you roll acrobatics for me with advantage. Or
Oh, that's an Umber Hulk. That's not what I want.
17.
What's an acrobatics? Is that strength or dex? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yep. It's a little cumbersome because it's not the first time you've done this. When a very large bird like swoops down, kind of knocks you out at the knees, but catches you on its shoulders, and you're riding a little higher up on Ronan than you normally are as you all take off into the night. Give me one last round of perception checks, everybody.
$25.
Fucking damn it, Dave.
God fucking damn it, Dave. 18.
14.
Does Helga get to perceive?
She sure can.
We're gonna use the
She
blue
can
one for Helga.
certainly
It's more
try.
fitting. Helga did better than me. 18.
18. So Thalia and Helga. Actually, Ronan, are you rolling that with your +4 and advantage because you're a bird?
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 14.
Beautiful. So Thalia, Helga, and Ronan, actually, the three of you, as y'all are flying, notice as you're moving up to the north, off to your left, continuing off to the northwest, you see a solitary figure, large by any humanoid standards, trudging through the sand.
Is it in single file to conceal their
What's it look
numbers?
like?
It's a single large individual, but the shoulders look
What colors?
bulkier, and there's a large
Dark.
kind of almost like a lump or protrusion on top of its head.
Is it like blend in with the sand, or is
No, it is just a dark. It's at this distance and this height, it's a more
It's a darkish looking. Okay.
but it's moving very kind of jerkily through the sand.
It's
heading
humanoid?
back the way towards the camp that you are leaving.
Oh. Why do these things keep happening behind us? Are you trying to delay something?
So yeah, Helga sees it and gets your attention, Lami, but Ronan and Thalia also see it.
It's humanoid?
Yep,
they're
large
big?
humanoid, like
All you can really
like
see is it's
your
walking
size
on
or
two
bigger.
legs and it has arms.
Oh,
about
my
your size,
size,
Ronan.
but bigger.
Like about your size, but there's a weird, like, the shoulders look a little kind of misshapen, one's bigger than the other, and there's what looks like where the head is, it almost looks like there's an additional kind of shape on top of it.
That sounds like a hag to me.
I don't think that's what hags look like, but I've never seen one.
Adam, Evelyn?
Why would I don't think that's her. I don't know why she'd be coming back.
Next town we visit, we're buying a pair of binoculars that would have helped us like 40 times in the past 3 days.
I thought adventurers had everything they needed.
We're
Is
not
that
good
in my adventuring pack?
No.
Down scope.
Ronan's got a 4x by 32 scope.
I would like the enhance spell. So people can ask me to enhance.
Well, should we go back and look at this walking thing? It shouldn't take more than a few minutes.
Ronan, do you still have any of those alchemist fires?
That means yes, and bird.
No, he's carrying them, and he's a bird. That doesn't work for anyone. If it is her, attacking may not be the best idea.
Well, we can't know unless we get close, so...
Well, let's take another look and see.
Let's.
Let us see what we can see. That's a shotgun from Borderlands 2.
Circling around, taking another pass, you realize on a closer inspection that it is two figures.
They were traveling single file to hide their numbers.
There's a large metal shape kind of walking at it. You realize that it's kind of stumbling a little bit. The motions are jerky and a little less tuned than what you're used to in your machines. And perched on its shoulders is a young boy, probably 11. And you see he's kind of holding on to this thing's head as they're walking. And the kid is kind of looking around and is like, you hear it babbling to him in Kendoan. And this thing just kind of, as it's kind of trudging through the sand, not really following any path, just kind of making a direct route. And you're seeing these large drags in the sand where its feet don't really clear the sand as it's walking. And it's this kid in his large, rusted warforge walking back.
Did we stumble onto Full Metal Alchemist?
You take that back. You take that back right now.
Brother.
No, you stop.
No.
No one brings that up. That's
Inspiration. No emotional damage here, please. Thank you.
Emotional damage.
Oh, no.
It's okay as long as there's not a chimera with them. We're good.
No.
Look, I didn't say Edward at least in the weird, creepy voice.
Thank you for not. I'm cool with that.
That's
not being
emotional
a thing.
damage. You sure?
I'm now immediately. I'm immediately upset with the choices I've made today.
I feel like Curtis is now like, you know what? No, it's a mirage. You don't see that at all.
Nope, kids.
Never
not real.
mind. The kid's name was not Edward, I swear.
Not anymore.
Frantically scribbles out notes.
Shit. But no, you 10 or 11-year-old kid walking with this like large, dilapidated, almost patchwork warforge, and it looks like it looks. As you're getting closer, it kind of looks like the Devastator unit that Ronan took the hammer from. Way back on the Catal, but way more weather beaten and missing components. You're seeing some of the internal gear work as it's walking.
Can I attempt to land near him slowly? I want to see his reaction.
Okay.
I want to watch him as I'm going down. Like, what's this little bastard gonna do?
He turns into a giraffe.
If I get the hint he's looking aggressive, he's getting a lightning breath in his face.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
it's okay. We're playing a Bethesda game. If he's really 11, he can't die.
He can't die. Now, as you are walking, as Lami, you come into land. Thalia and Ronan, what are you guys doing? Okay. Lami, as you peel off with Evelyn and Adam, kind of just like, what is this kid doing out here? Coming into land. And as you get close, the kid's like, oh, and you hear him shout and get look, it's Yati. Why is Yati blue?
Uh-oh.
And you hear the Devastator go, not Yati. And the right hand just kind of like ratchets in and then points up and starts tracking you. What would you like to do?
I don't want to land immediately. I like to circle and just start yelling, "Friendly! Friendly!"
I'll start following at this point.
It's like, buddy, there's two of them. Quick, like we practiced. And you see the kid go, okay. And he kind of pops down, like you see legs that are shorter than they should be. Almost like something happened right above the knees. Kind of slip around the neck. And you see the arms go up, and he's gonna shoomp, disappears inside this Warforged.
When that happens, I want to have Helga just take an aggressive climb. Like, nope. Where we're gonna go now. That not friendly.
Ronan, what are you doing?
I'll land a little ways off unless Thalia stops me.
I mean, I feel like Lami's been talking in Kandoan this time, so as long as you're
fair.
landing a
Speaking
distance
Kandoan.
off,
Like
I wouldn't
100
stop
feet.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky?
No, I'm just trying to look not angry.
Okay.
As a bird.
Mick, just kind of move into land. You hear more babbling in Kandoan, which neither of you speak.
I'll go.
you hear returning in common. Stay inside. The small rock has landed.
Small
Shall we
rock.
check or return home? It's almost like a voice inside of a tin can, kind of reverberating inside. Home, then. And from where you're standing, you can feel more than hear the heavy thuds of this thing walking.
Fluff up a little bit.
Did he turn around?
No, he continues walking the direction he was walking.
Oh. When you said home, then I thought he spun around.
Nope.
Got it.
Continues on his path.
Ronan, what the hell is happening down there? Fair. Thalia, what the hell is happening down there?
We don't speak Kandoan, so I think they're still heading back to the campsite, but we don't speak Kandoan, so you're the one who's going to have to communicate. You're at Evelyn or Adam.
They seemed a little aggressive, and like they didn't really want anybody to bother them.
Maybe it's because you just, buzzed them with a dragon.
No, I tried to land.
I'm gonna start.
They didn't like that.
Birdling that way.
Birdling? Oh no.
They pop up above a sand. Are you sneaking?
No.
Okay. Thalia, what are you up to? As Ronan.
I mean, I'm along for the ride, I guess.
You can hop off whenever you'd like.
No.
I'm up. I'm hovering.
Ronan, as you come up above a sand dune, you still see this Warforged moving, with its hand extended, but not like Robbie's arm cannon. There's just a fist on the end of it that he is pointing, pointing around at everything. And he kind of keeps it upright as he continues walking down this pathway.
There I go. And see if he looks at me. And I go like this with my one wing.
Bird, please vacate the premises.
If you're
Away with
heading
my
towards
other
the
wing.
campsite, it was destroyed. We want to make sure you're okay.
Identify yourself.
I'm a traveler heading north.
What is your name, traveler heading north?
Funny.
Why does that matter?
It is polite to ask names.
Thalia?
Greetings, Thalia. You say destroyed. That is impossible. Our campsite was well protected and no bandits were following us.
There's a hag in the area.
You hear, tick, 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 let me out! Let me out! One moment, please.
How many longbows are we away?
Your shouting distance, probably 100 feet. Kind of pops it open, and this small kid pops out. He goes, "Hi. Hi, friend, lady, and bird. You guys should probably hide. There's a dragon around."
They're with us.
What? Wait, you're friends with a dragon?
The one riding the wyvern.
Wait, you have a friend who's riding a dragon?
Yes.
Whoa. Wow.
Let me go ahead and land.
Landing.
They're gonna land. They mean no harm. They're gonna land.
Okay. And you see him kind of turn and whisper something into his warforged ear, and the arm that was about to track over to where Lami is standing is kind of comes down very slowly to almost a ready position by his side, and you get the faintest feeling of like a Wild West gunslinger who's about to reach for the gun, but it hasn't yet. Very on his watch.
Gunslingers don't scare me.
Night Stalkers. Now they're a bit.
So I land.
Doesn't
I
shoot
land.
you.
I want to get off and talk to the tiny child.
Hi, Mr. Dragon Man. Sir.
Hi.
Birdle.
Hi. How are you?
You're a cool color.
Yeah, I didn't really get to pick it. I'm just kind of blue.
Oh, wait. You're blue.
Cool color.
Blues are. And he kind of starts. He kind of like is from perched up on the back of this warforged back. He kind of like pushes against his chest and it starts to back away. He goes, "No, blue dragons are bad."
That's not how dragonborns work, kid. We're not dragons.
Why? How am I supposed to trust you?
You don't have to trust me, I suppose. We were just coming here to ask you what you're doing here.
I was coming home. Lalo and I got out into the sand, and we stayed out longer than we were supposed to. But no, I was coming home. I know my dad's gonna be really mad at me for staying out, but I want him to know that I'm okay, and I won't get to sleep on the next trip, and I'll just be really tired. But I just want to get home. This is the way home, right? If I just keep going this way.
I don't know where you live, but I hope so.
Well, you could fly. Like you should have seen it. It was a big tent, like big fire in the middle, whole bunch of tents, all decked, all kinds of pretty colors.
I didn't see any of that, kid.
You know what?
I saw some rocks.
Yeah, there's like the big rocks in the middle, like the big fire pit. Yeah, it should be right around there. You saw the rocks, you should have seen them. Right?
Just the rocks.
I'm birdling closer.
Birdle.
It's like Wordle, but only bird terms.
Oh
As you get
God, I don't want to
closer.
tell I don't want to tell the kid anything.
As he gets closer,
I just want to give him some money and run away.
Lalo the Warforged puts his non-combat arm up and kind of rests it on the kid's back as Rona gets closer. He goes, "Blue one, the bird is with you, yes?
Yes, bird good.
Can you tell the bird to stop where it is?"
Ronan, chill.
I kind of flop down like a chicken and.
That's fine. Thank you. And that was in common. Lalo speaks in common.
Look, honestly, little dude,
My name's John.
John,
Jahan.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
What?
Things are gonna get weird. I'll give you some money, though, if you'd like.
What do you mean? What do you mean weird?
That is for you and your Warforged to figure out. Best I can do is give you 10 or 20 gold, and we're just gonna go.
What city were you headed to?
It's not really a city. It's just kind of a home. We don't really have a place. We just travel.
Yep.
We're part of the Faze clan. Or did they leave without me?
I don't know what happened.
Looks like there was an attack on the campsite.
Talaya.
An attack.
Scorch marks, ripped cloth, shattered wood.
It is not safe to return home.
Like
Yeah.
I said,
Do you have somewhere to return to?
Jahan is silent. So Lalo kind of pats him on the back. And that arm that has been at the ready the whole time settles down at his side. Without the clan, we have no home.
sorry. You're gonna want to find one. Would you like some money?
A smack Lamy.
Best I can do.
Stop.
Look,
Can-
there's a lot of magic around the campsite. I don't recommend you go there, but if you want to see for yourself, it's not pretty. But I understand wanting to know the truth, kid. Johnny, or Jahan.
Would you like
We
to
won't
go?
stop you, but I can teleport you somewhere, kind of oasis. If you want something completely new, I have friends. I have places I can send you in Darkenvor or Cormvor. If you want a total change of scenery.
You should just send them to the capital because I don't really know if they've been anywhere else. And here's some money. For the love of God, take the money.
Jahan is still like kind of in that 1,000-yard stare, and he starts to climb out of the back of Lalo and working his way down. And Lalo, before he touches the ground, Lalo just picks him up again and just puts him back and puts the hand on him to keep him there. Lalo takes a moment, kind of with this rusty creak, turns its head to you, Thalia. Thank you for the offer. I would like to see the site, if I may.
Would you like, Jahan, would you like to stay here with us, or we can all go together?
He should probably stay with his robot.
Jahan.
It's Jahan's choice.
Sort of buries his face in the Warforge's neck and starts to cry. Lalo just kind of, come with me. We will see this, and then we will come back, and perhaps friend Thalia can help us. And her strange bird.
Would you like somebody to accompany you in case whatever attacked comes back?
That would be appreciated. Are you... kind of looks you up and down. You wear dragon hide. Are you... a combatant.
You can say that. I'm more arcane focused,
Ah,
and his. I'm a member of the Brotherhood.
ah. A battle scribe. Excellent.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm just trying to put my butt up so my legs can get out, and I'm trying to just like push boat myself along in the sand a little closer.
Are you trying to get closer without actually looking like you're getting
Yes.
closer?
Roll a stealth check for me, buddy.
That is a 6 plus whatever a bird is. Dex
Yeah, Dex.
9.
As you come closer, that hand snaps up. Again.
Ronan.
I flip over on my back.
Your bird stays here. Please.
He's just a bird. Please don't worry about him.
How long have I been a bird?
Long enough.
I
Has
feel
it
like
been an hour?
I feel like for comedic effect, this is about the moment where the bird wears off, and you're like on your back in the sand. Is your friend not a bird?
No, arcane.
Not-
Like I said.
Yeah.
I stand up and go, excuse me.
That's normal.
Hi, I'm Ronan.
Greetings, Ronan. I am Lalo. Are you of the North or Southern Goliath tribes?
North.
Which water tribe are
Very
you from?
astute of you. You're a Devastator unit, correct?
Correct.
I happen to know a recon unit named R66Y. We call him Robbie.
I'm unfamiliar with this individual. And he kind of looks you up and down. You will do. Come.
I look at Thalia and I'm like,
Let's go.
Again,
Alright.
that slow, jerking walk, making his way into the camp. As midnight is approaching, that is where we will wrap for this evening. It's a little short, but
We should have just sent the kid to investigate the camp and zoom, we're gone. Sorry, kid.
just abandon the child.
He's a
The child.
scavenger now. He's got a robot.
little again.
The
little
twin
short, but we
sons of
had-
Tatooine come up.
For some reason, I started singing the Jurassic Park theme in my head. Not the twin, not the Tatooine.
Oh, I know why. I know why that was
We
in
do
your
know
head.
why. We do know why. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, my friends, for that. Chris, that's entirely because of your nat 1. Everything was going to be fine.
Woof. Emotional damage. You couldn't just let us fight a scorpion. You had to traumatize us.
You made us tell a kid his family was
His
dead. Thanks a
entire
lot
I'm
for
just gonna
that.
put some money in the sand and we
Great.
leave fast as possible. It's
Love it.
The kid's fine. This is a Bethesda game. I draw the line at killing kids.
yeah, we're
Sure,
gonna
but
give him
emotionally
money.
traumatizing them is
Scars
fine.
aren't killing.
You'll be fine. You're immune until you're 18.
Emotional
Don't worry
damage.
about it.
But that being said, now that I've caused a little bit of emotional damage, on the flip side, we do have some announcements coming up. We have ourselves a brand new game starting tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Fall of Mortu, starring
Get them up.
Alexander the D&D dad as the GM, and a whole host of folks that you've usually seen on our Thursday crew, playing various gods and deities of some kind of unusual domains and pantheons. So tune in for that tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm gonna put
Sunday.
Sunday. Chris, our lovely buddy Chris here, GM's An Idiot's Guide to Deicide, which is honestly kind of horrific now that I know what the Thursday show is about. But you're in the middle of a fight
Hey,
against
that's what they'll be killing. Our Thursday game.
2 beholders.
Yep, 2 beholders
so
because Porque no los dos.
Porque no los dos. So yeah, 2 beholders. But we will be back next Wednesday for our usual session. We'll deal with some kid trauma, maybe find where this hag went, and get some revenge. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for hanging out. And as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good luck.
Bye platonically.